How I went from not knowing how much I was going to make the next month in my business to securing four figures in monthly recurring revenue 6 months minimum in advance. There is simply no other way to run a business. And what I have seen is a lot of people, a lot of online business owners, service providers, especially coaches, they will have very loose boundaries, which will prevent them from knowing how much they're making in the next few months. First of all, hello if you don't know me. My name is Gerline, and I have been a social media manager since 2020, and I am now a business coach for female entrepreneurs wanting to make online sales. I built my business in 2020 after dropping out of university, and now I teach other women how to do the same after getting it to $100,000 plus. When we talk about this topic, it's a sensitive topic. It's issues that are deeper than just, "Oh, get them to sign a contract," which I'm sure you guys can expect and assume is coming, but it's bigger than that. I struggled. I was struggling to get people to sign contracts, not because I was sending out contracts and they didn't wanna sign them, it's because of my own boundaries. I was like, "Well, let me just start doing the work. Let me just start doing the work and then they'll pay. They'll see how great I am." Why do they need to see how great you are before they pay? Why? What do you think of yourself? And what are you thinking of your business and your service and the level at which you can provide service that is preventing you from seeing that you should be paid before you do an ounce of work? There are so many levels to this, but as service providers and coaches, there is a time in your business in the beginning phases where maybe you need to offer free calls. You need to offer a little bit of strategy. Actually, before I ever sign on clients, I do give them a little bit of strategy. Hey, this is actually what we're going to be doing. This is what you need to do in order to get to your goals. But obviously, this will be way more in depth after you pay and the contract is signed, right? So when it really comes down to it, there's a logistical side to getting to monthly reoccurring revenue of four figures, multi four figures, right? And just to reiterate, that's like $5,000 a month, $7,000 a month, $8,000 a month, whatever it is for you. There is a logistical side to it, right? Which we'll tackle really quickly, very easily. And then there's also the mindset and boundaries piece. So the logistical side is, first of all, you need to understand how much do you want to be making every single month? How much do you want to be coming in? Now, I would even argue you might want people on a payment plan rather than on a pay in full. A lot of people's lives and businesses are set up that way. The society is set up in a way in which everyone gets paid biweekly or monthly. Therefore, bills are also paid biweekly or monthly. It just makes sense. Society is built that way. So, can you set up somehow in your business where you are getting paid out monthly, which may even make it easier for your clients? If you're not doing that and maybe you're providing a service and it's a pay in full type of thing, that's fine too, but are you responsible enough to set that money aside and distribute it evenly over the next few months so you still see how much you're getting paid out every single month? Right? So these are the logistical things that need to be set up of how much do you want to make every single month? You can't just say I want a six-figure business and hope enough clients come along. You need to have a strategy and a plan. How many clients you need to sign to have a six-figure business, right? That's very, very important to know and to see. The other piece to that is, okay, so this is how many clients you need. This is the payment plans they would be on for you to hit your goal of monthly reoccurring revenue every single month. How long would those payment plans be? Mine are minimum of 6 months. You have to sign on for a minimum of 6 months. And more often than not, you can even do 12. But most likely, like, people will usually go for the 6 and just continue to work together when they see how incredible it is. But you have to know, because when that 6-month mark comes back around, how are we going to get more people in? We have to set up another 6 months of recurring revenue. We can't just bet on the clients continuing, right? So these are the logistical things that need to be set up. Also, sign contracts. I was just talking to a client the other day, and she was talking about, how do I make sure she pays? We have a contract. We have a contract, ladies. Right? Are we all together on this? We have contracts. And I understand the contract thing. It's really easy to graze over, like, I know she'll pay. It's all good. I don't need to do that. I don't need to give her an extra step, and, I don't want her to back up and back out of it just because you're a business owner. You provide a service. You are a coach. You provide a service. You are a business owner. This person is relying on you to do something, so it needs to be written out in an agreement. And in that agreement, please specify the amount they're going to be paying you on which day, at what time, through which platform, so that you are securing yourself. The contract is really where it all gets secured. I send you the contract, you sign off on these things that I said that you will do, and then they'll do it. There's no need to worry, there's no need to stress, right? And what's more important is the delivery of that contract. How confident are you? It's really easy to not sign the contract, or maybe someone wants a change in the contract and you're like, oh no, I shouldn't have put this, I shouldn't have said, okay. But are you confident in your delivery? Are you confident in your client experience? Because you will have certain conversations. There will be points where people bring things up and they're like, I thought it was going to be like this, but it's actually like this. And I'm a little upset, or I wanted it to be this way. Can we do this instead? Or I don't really love this about this. That's all right. That's part of your job. It comes up. However, are you willing and ready to communicate? Hey, I understand and I see you, and I see how this is going, and I see what you mean. So let's make sure that's fixed right away, because I want you to feel taken care of. Customer service is not that hard, but you have to bet on yourself and trust yourself. When they sign off on that contract, you will deliver. My greatest fear in signing contracts was my inability to deliver, honestly. In the first year of my business, even going into year 2, I would say more so year 2. Year 2 was a rough year in the business. Year 1 was good. Year 3, yeah, year 2 was a little rough. And I didn't know if I could trust myself to actually complete tasks. So I was half-assing everything. People weren't signing contracts. I was half-assing the delivery. I was half-assing everything. And it's like, when you know you're not a half-asser and you do things the right way, you do them 110%, and your clients will get the best experience possible. When you know that, you should have no issues in getting that contract signed and having those strict boundaries of, hey, expectations of the client, expectations of yourself in this client to service provider / coach relationship. That's how you sign monthly reoccurring revenue. It's not as simple as get this many people to sign on. What about the delivery of the work? The delivery of it to your highest ability. I have someone who I most likely won't be investing in again because of the lack of punctuality. And it's a coaching program. You have loose things, right? There's no boss telling you what to do, when to do. You can make changes. If things come up, you can make changes. However, sticking to your word and being punctual and sticking to what you said you were going to do is major as a leader and as someone to trust with, trust my money with, trust my investment with. So there is someone I won't be investing in again, who I've invested in the past for long periods of time, because of that lack of punctuality and that lack of reliability of doing what you said you were going to do. Like, that just doesn't fly. And it shouldn't fly in your business. You need to have these types of standards for yourself, because when you have that standard, when you have that level of, I'm going to get this done, this is how I do things, this is the level we operate at insert your business, at Gerlene Dillon's company, this is the level we operate at, this is the expectation, then there is no issue and there is no problem charging the prices that you charge. There is no issue, there is no problem with getting paid on. So I believe the issue with inconsistent reoccurring monthly revenue, aside from obviously acquisition, if we're not signing on clients and we're not getting them consistently, that's a more of a strategic different type of issue. But if we're getting inquiries and we're speaking with the people and it's still not really, then that's what it is. Because people can feel your lack of insecurity, people can feel your lack of security, people can feel your lack of confidence in yourself, even if it's minor, even if it's very, very little. This is sales. This is still sales. Everything is sales. So those are the two pieces you're going to have to get on board and like this with. What are your boundaries? When do you get things done? What day of the week does stuff get done? And what are the boundaries that need to be present in order to make that happen? You may have to set up boundaries with your family. Most of us work from home. I've set up boundaries with my family. I've set up difficult boundaries with my partner's family who comes to visit us. I've set up difficult boundaries with my partner. Hey, this is how it is. I'm not willing to adjust in these types of situations and these certain things. Until you have those, it will be very difficult. And it takes a little bit to get to there. It took me a long time. But it depends on the expectation you have of yourself. So we're going to wrap this up here. If you have questions about this topic, you have a specific scenario, specific situation going on, drop it in the comments and we will discuss this further. I also want to invite you to the Visionary Vault, which is my free community space in Telegram, where the lives and the links to these YouTube videos are dropped every Tuesday. So on this day, you will actually get a link to the time, the topic, and all of the things of the video of the Visionary Live that we're doing that week. Plus, within that time, in between, I'm dropping a lot of rifts. I'm dropping a lot of juicy stuff inside of that community, opportunities for free coaching. It's full of so much good stuff. So join that through the link in the description box, and we will go from there. And I'm so excited to meet you. But we will close that out there and we will continue this conversation because I feel like there's so much more that can be said about this. Okay? You guys are incredible. Have a lovely, lovely week and rest of your day whenever you're watching this. Bye.